Awesome. So we have this scene and let me just play this. So I want to emit smoke from its hammer, and here I'll just recreate everything, and I will share some new techniques as well. So this will be a bit quick. So easiest way to, I can just select this hammer and delete this, and I can use this as a source. So let me just scatter, but we should avoid it. So while working with moving object, we have to plan things better, and here it's always good idea to freeze this. So it can be any frame, so let me just use start frame, and after that do the scattering, and after that you can use this attribute interpolate. So what it will do, it won't work first, it needs these attributes, right? So we need to turn them on over here, so after that it will just move. So why I'm saying we should scatter on static object, because if it's deforming, then scatter, it will rescatter everything per frame, so that can cause an issue. Cool. And now, so last time we had used Pyro source, but here I will just create this manually. Let's learn this approach as well. So I need density, it can be 1. So I'll just use rasterize. Here I have not mentioned p scale, right? It's always good idea to reduce it by default, otherwise it can be very heavy. So here I have to select density. Yep, it's visible. Cool. So let me just reduce this, and now I want to check voxel size again, just for, so last time 0.005 we have rendered. Yeah, it will work for this one as well, so we can just go with 0.2. So let's select this one. So this is for density and this is for V. So we can just type V, and we were using less. And let me just compare. Okay, so it's, we need to reduce this overall and here as well. Cool. So after that, let's multiply this with speed also. So let's just use speed and fit 0.1. Let's use length at V 0 to 1. Cool. And we will just multiply with speed. But I want to increase the density overall, so let's just increase. Yep, it's quite visible, and as you can see, it's working. Yeah, awesome. Let me merge these, and our source is ready. So we can just type Pyro Solver, and let's keep everything default and just connect this, and let me see the result. As you can see, it's already started working, and these are similar parameters only what we have already changed. So pixel, so few things I want to share that, so don't try to remember every parameter you see over here, right? So with upgrade and Houdini update and everything, right, so those position will be keep shifting. So best way to learn is always use that DOP network and try to create yourself, that you will have the basic understanding what's happening inside this SOP solver itself, that it is also using this Pyro solver and source technique that we have learned, right? So this is quite quick approach if you want to achieve something really quickly, so that's good, but I would recommend to learn that basic things, just for foundation. Yeah, so I think we can go ahead. So as you know that we need to ground collision, so we can just go close below. Now we have ground collision, And second thing, I can just make changes to the source. I'm not using temperature, burn, and I want to reduce this. So it will push less. Yep, it's working. So next thing I want to do is I want to add noise. So let me use volume velocity. And here also I can need to just scatter, volume trail, and I have to specifically select this way. So let me add this skull noise 125. Let me increase it to cool. And again, as you can see on this frame also it's visible, right? So we have to multiply it now. So we will use volume wrangle. So add V multiply by width 01 and density. So these are the like base things we should tweak before playing around with the Pyro Solver. Always work on better source line. And one more thing also we can do, even we can just add noise as well. Let me just use volume warp, and we have already done this. Just turbulent these, and we multiply, and we have to use fit to properly just put the value. Simplex is best. It's not visible. Yeah, let me hide everything. That's fine. Cool. So here you will notice one thing, that it's changing every frame, and I don't want that actually. And will it affect simulation also? Yep, it will affect simulation. Let me just check this. Let me play this. As you can see, it's something is traveling, and how we can fix it? So particle approach will be, we can just use rest position, but how can we store rest position over here? So that also we can do. So that's why I was saying that we should use this static, and something is wrong with viewport. So let me just reset. Yeah, so we have to add rest in here, and with density I will just store rest position as well. So now if you see, we have rest position, and instead of using position, I'll just use bind to read that rest position over here as well. Yep, it's working. I can just change it noise a bit. Yeah, this is better distribution. Cool, that's it. And I can keep this high res. So currently these voxels are not linked, but that's fine. Yep, this is better. So now we knows that how to design source and everything, right? So we can just, in the beginning only, we can make sure that everything is up to the mark. So now we just need to update these things. Cool. So first thing I want to do over here is, let's reduce the voxel size. Yeah, so let's start with disturbance. So we can just add disturbance. Let's increase 10. 10 will be the starting point. Let's just make a flipbook. Let's play this. Yep, this is working. So next I will show you how to control this.